Hi guys, I'm Lee Baxter, creator of Project Rynth. In this video I'm going to teach you all about the alpha demo of my upcoming game. In this video I'll be talking about where to get a copy of a game, how to install it on your computer, and how to play through it. Please let me know what you think of the game, including what's good, what's bad, and what could be better, as any feedback will help me deliver the game that you want to play. So first, let's look at how to bag yourself a copy of the alpha demo from itch.io. To do this, just simply go to the link in the description and click the download button to get the zip file. After you've done this, just unzip the zip file to a folder of your choice, go into the folder and launch project.rynth.exe. The alpha demo currently contains a preset maze and a random maze to test out. As the name suggests, the preset maze has a set layout, whereas the random maze will be different each and every time that you play through it. Now we'll look at the basic gameplay and controls. So in Project Rynth you control the player in the first person and the game is set in a large and complex maze. The gameplay is largely inspired by the hit arcade classic Pac-Man, so those of you that have played this game or similar games will probably have already guessed what you need to do. For those of you that haven't, in a nutshell, the game contains a number of glowing sensor floors that must be triggered by stepping over them. When you do so, you'll hear a beep and the sensor floor will stop glowing. Once you've triggered all of the sensor floors within the maze, you'll have completed your objective and the game will end. The game uses a combination of keyboard and mouse input. The mouse controls the direction in which you're facing. Holding the W or up arrow keys will move you forwards, whereas holding the S or down arrow keys will move you backwards. Additionally, holding the middle mouse button or shift key will cause a player to run, allowing you to move around the maze faster. There's actually two varieties of sensor floor within the maze: basic sensor floors and power sensor floors. Basic sensor floors are identified by a glowing symbol that looks like a small square with rounded edges, whereas power sensor floors have a larger outline with a battery symbol in the middle. I'll talk through what these do shortly, but you must trigger all sensor floors to complete the level. To aid in this task, the game incorporates a simple heads-up display that shows how many of the sensor floors you've triggered, in addition to the distance to the nearest untriggered sensor floor. These are shown for both power sensor floors and the basic sensor floors, and once you've triggered all of the sensor floors, the distance readout will display not applicable to signify that there's none left to trigger. The player has a flashlight that can be toggled on and off by clicking the left mouse button, and the flashlight has a limited amount of battery power, portrayed by the icon shown in the heads-up display. As the flashlight's battery power is drained, the icon will change, allowing you to determine when the battery level is low. Once you've run out of battery power, the flashlight will no longer work and you'll need to recharge the battery to switch it on again. So this is where the power sensor floors that I was talking about before come into play. Triggering a power sensor floor will instantly recharge the battery to 100%. Just a word of advice though, try to save triggering power sensor floors for when the battery is running low, otherwise you could find yourself in a situation where you have no battery power left for the flashlight with no means to recharge it. The player also has the ability to focus by holding down the right mouse button. When you do this, the screen will slowly fade to black, and a few seconds later you'll be able to hear sounds that you can't normally hear. Once you release the button, your vision and hearing will rapidly return back to normal. Focusing not only sacrifices your ability to see, but your ability to move, so doing so leaves you in a very vulnerable position. So, if the gameplay I've described so far were the complete story, Project Rynth would get pretty boring pretty fast. Those of you who have played Pac-Man will probably have guessed where I'm going with this. If triggering all of the sensor floors within the maze is how you win the game, then how do you lose? This is where things get interesting. You're not the only occupant of the maze. There's also a number of terrifying ghosts occupying the maze that are trying to hunt you down. Each ghost has certain ways of detecting you and also has certain ways of manifesting by which you can detect and evade the ghost. If any of the ghosts reach your position and detect you, it's game over. If you do get caught, you'll be given a hint on how to survive against the ghost that has succeeded in capturing you, hopefully bettering your chances against it next time you play. So that concludes this video. If Project Rynth sounds like something you'd enjoy playing, please give the game a whirl, and if not, please give it a go anyway. You've got nothing to lose as the alpha demo is absolutely free to play with no time restrictions. Please leave your comments either within this video or in the itch.io website, as you are ultimately the ones that I'm looking to please, so I would like to ensure that you're 100% satisfied with my offering. Thanks again, and I look forward to giving you a game that you all enjoy playing.